So on my test bench today, I've got HP's new Spectre X360 13 laptop. Now, HP's been making Spectre laptops for a number of years now, and there's just a few changes with this model, mainly in the design space. And one of the big ones is that it's kind of sliced up these top corners. If you look here, you can see what I mean. They're diagonal rather than being that kind of traditional square laptop shape. Now, that's not just an aesthetic call, however, because it actually uses that space in a functional way. So up on the top left-hand corner, you get the power button just there. And up on the top right-hand corner, you get a single USB-C type port. There's another one just there. Either of them can be used for charging. They're also joined on that side by a switch for controlling the webcam and a microSD card reader. And around the other side, you get a headphone jack and a full-size USB-A type port, which is kind of handy if you've got more of those old-school appliances around or you don't have an adapter to hand. Now, like every other Spectre 360 laptop, of course, it also works both as a standard laptop, as I've got it just here, but you can also fully flip it through 360 degrees and have it as a tablet. Up to you. It supports Windows Hello or the fingerprint sensor, which is just down here for unlocking, and that works quite well. It's reasonable enough, depends on your biometric authentication method of choice. Now, the model HP sent me for review is actually the top spec model, so it has a 4K OLED display. Very nice, very sharp. Possibly overkill for this particular model though, because whilst it's running on a reasonable Core i7 Intel processor, it's only using Intel's own Iris Plus graphics. So it's got a lot of pixels, but maybe not the GPU power to push it. Depends, of course, what you throw at it. What else do I like about this particular laptop? I really do like the keyboard. The keyboard just responds well. It's not too noisy. It has decent spacing between the keys. There's decent spacing on the arrow keys as well. And overall, there's decent response. The touchpad is maybe not as great, although, of course, it is also a full touch screen as well, if that's your preferred methodology. What's not to like? Look, this is not an inexpensive laptop by any stretch of the imagination, but all of these 2-in-1 travel business ultralights are sort of like that. Battery life is also interesting. HP's claim is that it can do up to 22.5 hours of battery life with video playback. I didn't get anywhere near that with my own video playback, although that was under different circumstances. They push it down to 720p, they flick Wi-Fi off, they do a couple other things to maximise battery life. My own test was far more brutal, basically to punish the battery. So the real figure sort of lies somewhere in the middle. All-day battery life, I think, is a pretty easy assumption with this particular laptop. Now, here's the other thing though, you've got quite a few choices. Dell has a fairly similar model. You could opt for a Surface if you wanted that kind of 2-in-1 experience. But overall, I'm pretty impressed with HP's latest laptop, and if you're in the market for this kind of business laptop, it's certainly worth considering. Thanks as always for watching. Now, what do you think? Are you keen on this particular laptop, or do you have one and do you have observations I've missed? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and thanks as always for watching.